Hey guys, I just wanted to do a little update. I haven't made a video in a few weeks, I think, or something. I don't really know, to be honest. But just wanted to post a little update. Smoking Romeo y Julietas again. It's the only cigarillos I have right now, and I don't feel like smoking a whole cigar. So anyway, I think the title of this video is going to be "Things Are Getting Better" or something along those lines, because in my life, things are getting better. Which is good, you know. I guess, you know, last video, I think, not the last video, but the one before that, I was talking about technology addiction, and how it impacts my life and how I want to get better with it. And I've been doing all right. I haven't been doing as great as I would like, of course. You never do, really. But I've been doing all right in that department, but I've been making improvements in a lot of other areas of my life that, I've been making improvements in other areas of my life that are important to me. I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's kind of private or personal or whatever, but I've been trying my best to make improvements in other areas of my life, specifically in my relationship with my girlfriend somewhat, and that's been going really well recently, and I've been making improvements in that regard, so that's great. It's going really well. Like I said, the technology addiction is still somewhat a problem, but it's all right. We're getting through it. The weather's been warmer, so I've been feeling better in that regard. I worked on my garden some. I got some stuff planted already, and I will continue to work on that as summer comes around. My allergies have been bothering me, which is not cool, but it's all right. So yeah, overall I've been feeling pretty good recently. Especially the garden has been nice. I'm excited to work on that more, and I got a few more house plants that I've been taking care of, so just trying to surround myself in natural stuff like that. What was the other thing? I wanted to talk about something else. I'm trying to think of what it was. Oh, the other thing that I've been improving on. That's right. I've had for a little while kind of like a nicotine addiction, I suppose. Obviously, I'm smoking a cigarillo here, but that's not what I'm talking about, because you don't really get that much nicotine from cigars or pipes or anything like that. I started out doing like nicotine pouches in, because that's obviously kind of popular for people my age. Don't start it. I will tell you that right now. I do not recommend starting it if you don't do nicotine. It's not good. It made my heart rate go up, and I had a bunch of problems with it. So I stopped that, didn't do any nicotine for a while. And then there were cigarillos that were filtered that you could inhale, because obviously I would end up coughing if I inhaled this. But there were cigarillos that were filtered, like Jarum, I think it's Jarum Blacks. They're really good. They're clove cigarillos. They're essentially cigarettes. They have all the chemicals and stuff of a cigarette. They're basically cigarettes. But they have filters, and I would get those, and I would inhale. I wouldn't smoke them too often. Like, I have a pack, and I smoke like one a day for however long. And then I wouldn't buy a pack for a while, and buy a pack and smoke, so etc. But I've stopped that completely. I only smoke for the past couple days. Again, it wasn't like consistent, because there would be like weeks I wouldn't do it. But I've just decided to not do that any longer. Even in social settings, because I would like smoke them in social settings, like a social smoker or whatever. I've decided to stop that. If I want to smoke something in a social setting, it's going to be cigars or cigarillos that are unfiltered, or pipes that I can't inhale, and therefore I don't really get nicotine. It's just like a social ritual at that point, you know what I mean? Yeah, you get some nicotine, but it's not enough to really feel it, you know? So I've decided to give that up, which is for the best, obviously, because inhaling is bad. I only did it for 3 months, maybe. Again, not every day, not anything close to that, so I'm not really concerned about it. in terms of my health because I'm stopping now. But I want to stop now because I know plenty of people in my life who are addicted to cigarettes or even addicted to vapes, and I do not want to be addicted to that. So I'm just going to enjoy tobacco in the honestly much more pleasurable way, which is my favorite way is pipes. That's the first way I smoked was a pipe with pipe tobacco, and that's the way that I enjoy it the most. After that is cigars and cigarillos, and that it's so much more enjoyable. The only enjoyable thing about I'm going to call them cigarettes. The only enjoyable thing about the cigarettes is the nicotine, which is not good to be addicted to a chemical. So in terms of tobacco, in terms of taste and ritual and everything, pipes and cigars are far superior to cigarettes. The only upside of cigarettes is that you inhale and get more nicotine. So yeah, so that's been stopped. It's been going well. It's a little hard, but not that hard to be honest, because I wasn't really that addicted. I would say I was probably addicted, not really chemically. I would say more so like the ritual. Like I would smoke a lot, not a lot. When I would smoke, it would usually be when I was driving. So if I'm driving, especially if I'm driving home from something stressful, that's when the craving's worst. Even if it's months later, which tells me it's not a chemical addiction. It's the trigger of even the stress plus driving is like a trigger to wanting that. But I don't really have too much concern of being able to keep to what I want to do, especially because my girlfriend doesn't like cigarettes or inhaling or anything, and she doesn't want me to vape or anything like that because of health reasons. So like keeping my word to her is important to me, so I don't really have any concern about being able to keep my word on that and keep myself to that. So that's good. So that's a positive. My relationship with my girlfriend has been improving. I mean, we had issues like every relationship, nothing very major at all. I know people have had way worse issues than we had, but regardless, the minor issues we did have are improving. So I've been feeling really good about that. And I've been improving on myself in areas. So I've been feeling really good about that. Not to say I won't fall, not to say I won't stumble, and not to say that everything's going to be perfect from now on, but I've been feeling really good recently, which is good. I still have ups and downs, of course, but I've been feeling a lot better. And I think a lot of it was spurred on by spring coming, the change of seasons. It made me feel really good. I always feel better at the spring. I always get the whole self-improvement thing around spring, which is for obvious reasons, I think. But hopefully I can keep it up. You know what I mean? Again, the nicotine and all that, I don't have any worries about keeping that up. That's not going to be a problem for me. If it is a problem for me, I'll keep you guys updated, but I do not anticipate it being an issue at all. Especially because I can still smoke for the ritual and for the taste, just not the nicotine. So the only thing that's been not worrying me, but bothering me a little bit is I've had this, like, I think one of my tonsils has inflamed or something. It's been bothering me for a couple months. I'm going to the dentist tomorrow, so I'm gonna ask them about it. I have anxiety, so always worried about what if it's cancer, blah blah blah, even though I don't smoke very much at all. With excluding the whole cigarette thing, without that, like, I smoke like cigars or pipes, I smoke once every 2 weeks. So and I've been doing that for 2 years, so not a concern in terms of cancer, but still in the back of my head sometimes. But I'm just gonna ask them what they think and if I need to go to an ENT to get checked out or whatever. But it's probably not an issue. It's still in the back of my head, but if that gets cleared, then I will be feeling pretty good. If I do have cancer, I'll let you guys know, and then I'll figure it out from there. But I highly doubt that that's the case. If it is, I'll have to stop smoking, which would suck, but it is what it is. So yeah, I might do I haven't decided. I kind of might want to do some tobacco reviews on this channel. The only problem is, like, tons of people do it. If you look up review for any of the tobacco I have, there's like a million different people who've done a review, so I don't really know what I could add. Especially because my production quality isn't very good or anything, so I don't really know if people would care about that. And yeah, I might show some of the stuff with my garden too as well. Probably when it gets better, like more built up. I just built a raised bed and have a few things planted, but once it gets more so, I will probably show some of that too. But yeah, that's all I can really think of to oops, I dropped my Ciarello. It's basically done anyway. That's all I can really think of to talk about. So I guess I will talk to you guys when I upload next. And yeah, I'll see you.